While HBO spent $50 million recreating Hogwarts, a single person with a laptop made it magical again. Studio executives want to reboot the entire wizarding world for television. That decision means 10 years of brand new child actors, it requires 10 years of massive physical set constructions, and 10 years of suits trying to bottle up our nostalgia. It's the ultimate Hollywood remake dilemma. Legacy studios are completely terrified of original ideas, so they endlessly recycle our childhoods for a guaranteed profit. On March 25th, 2026, they dropped the first official teaser trailer.
The next time I see you will be in Hogwarts.
The initial mainstream hype was absolutely undeniable. That video ultimately racked up 277 million organic views in just 48 hours. It became the single most watched trailer in HBO's streaming history. But then you look at the actual audience response, and you question, are they throwing $5.6 billion directly into a furnace? Why do I say that? Because fans hammered that promotional video with over 300,000 dislikes against a microscopic 26,000 likes. The global audience violently rejected the footage. People called the teaser bleak, soulless, and completely unnecessary. So why did a billion-dollar studio fail so spectacularly? The fundamental problem is baked into how Hollywood makes movies today. Look closely at the digital lighting and the texture. HBO relies heavily on aggressive digital color grading. Studio colorists wash everything in a dark teal and orange filter. That specific grading palette strips the genuine warmth right out of Hogwarts. The studio delivered a cold corporate drama when all the fans really wanted was magic. To understand why this failed, we need to go back in time.
Dude, man, hold up. Bro, I got this. We're gonna go back to dino times, man. Because nobody cares about reboots. Dinos get clicks, reboots get...
Whoa. Too far, man. Hey, first off, who in the world are you? And secondly, what do you think you're doing? This is my video.
Chill out, Brocahontas. I'm Lord Shilliam von Trust Fund IV, but my homies just call me Shill.
Yeah, you realize the irony in your name, right?
Oh wait, please don't tell me.
That's right, bro. I found this awesome website called Audible. You'll never believe this. You don't even have to read anymore, man. You could just pump the sound waves into your brain meat while you're ripping curls. And they have this free trial.
Oh wait. Oh, it's free? Really? Wow, that's really cool of you. When you said your name was Shill, I was a little worried.
Listen, bro. Nobody cares about the free trial. We want everyone to sign up for the Premium Plus account. That's where the bag is.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's on me. I'm sorry, everybody. I should have known better. Anyways, if you are interested, no strings attached, free trial, click the link at the top of the description or the pinned comment. Cancel anytime, whatever you want. If you want to reminisce about good old days, why not grab yourself some classics? Now, where was I? Oh yes. The original books and movies came out. It was not just media. It defined an entire childhood lifestyle.
Well, because I think a lot of people like fantasy and like magic.
I remember being in 3rd grade when the Sorcerer's Stone book came out. During homeroom, 10 out of 30 kids always had their noses in the book. It was absolute collective lunacy on the playground. If you did not know the wizarding world, you were an outcast. And I desperately wanted to fit in with the cool kids, so I did something highly shameful. I literally faked reading the books just to survive recess. I tried to read them, I mean, don't get me wrong, but what ultimately happened is I ended up just staring at the pages without digesting a single word. Until I was at a friend's house one night and I got completely outed. Someone suspected that I wasn't really reading the books and casually asked me what a muggle was, and I froze up. I didn't do it on purpose. I mean, that was just the sheer cultural gravity that this franchise had for our generation. It was a defining era of cozy robes, glowing wands, and pure innocence. But after the main movies ended, media executives got incredibly greedy. Studios tried to milk the remaining franchise with the Fantastic Beasts movies, But those prequel movies were messy, confusing, and narratively, they were just exhausting. Fans were already burnt out long before this new HBO reboot was ever announced.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad!
And when I say the internet was burnt out, no, we're not touching on the J.K. Rowling stuff. No, we're not even going,
Bro, look at these spicy headlines, bro. Massive views.
Shilliam, quit hijacking the script. While HBO executives panicked over focus groups, the internet started a digital rebellion. A solitary creator bypassed the entire studio system using just a cheap laptop. He goes by the username Demon Flying Fox. What he did is he fed descriptive prompts into consumer artificial intelligence to mash up Hogwarts innocence with high-end Balenciaga fashion. Those results dropped in early 2023 and fundamentally broke the internet. We watched a brooding Hagrid strut down our digital runway, delivering the deadpan line,
"You're a Balenciaga, Harry."
It was completely unhinged, but millions of people couldn't look away from it. And by early 2026, the underlying generative technology had already escalated further into cinematic masterpieces. Characters now possessed perfect lip syncing, and they lived inside highly detailed digital environments. So the question becomes, why does a janky AI meme look more magical than a billion-dollar show? Well, mechanism depth is required here to understand visual perception. Traditional CGI visual effects build environments using hard mathematical polygons. Animators rely on rigid 3D meshes and strict physics calculations. Computer animations use mathematical shortcuts to simulate complex reality. And your subconscious brain immediately detects those underlying shortcuts. So you instantly can feel that the rendered digital world is counterfeit and it's just too clean, it's too sterile. But generative AI does not calculate hard, rigid physics. Instead, it synthesizes media using a process called pixel diffusion. Maybe I'm too out here. Let me explain pixel diffusion so a 5-year-old can understand it. Imagine taking millions of blurry childhood photographs. You throw them all into a giant magic blender, and you end up pouring out a glowing, beautiful, dreamlike painting. Essentially, the AI learns real textures and authentic lighting directly from actual source photos and videos. I think this is probably the main reason why artists are so upset with AI use in the first place. They feel like their work is being stolen and they're not being credited for it. Anyway, the resulting output looks structurally identical to a human dream. That's the interesting part. Characters blink at a strange, highly irregular tempo, backgrounds melt and shifts slightly in the visual periphery, and the synthesized lighting casts an impossible, ethereal glow. Human nostalgia itself operates on this exact same neurological frequency. Our childhood memories are never perfect 4K digital renderings. They're often just hazy, emotionally distorted, deeply fragmented memories. So seeing this machine hallucination feels exactly like looking at one of our own faded memories. It feels infinitely more authentic than HBO's plain and physical, sterile sets. This grassroots digital rebellion reached its absolute peak with Harry Potter Drip.
That's Harry Potter!
Are you really Harry Potter, my G?
None of that, broski. We're all here on the Maybach Express for one reason and one reason only, and that's to go to Dripwatts, the School of Drip.
In the original story, these kids were outcasts living in tiny cupboards, wearing baggy robes and ugly hand-me-down sweaters. But the internet decided to give them a massive, permanent digital upgrade. We're not talking about simple wizard robes anymore. We're talking about supreme, untouchable confidence. Digital creators dress the main cast in designer streetwear that goes so hard. And Dobby, in the meantime, in a pimped-out car, somehow it seems like this guy has absolute soul. Drip represents absolute swagger, so seeing our beloved outcasts in luxury clothing feels incredibly cathartic because it's a brilliant psychological mashup. It's something we call a cognitive collision. What you do is you take the ultimate symbol of pure childhood sincerity and you forcefully inject it with a cynical, hyper-capitalist swagger.
Is that Harry Potter? They say You are the boy who dripped, are you not, broski?
They say you are the bro who dripped. Are you not, broski?
Oh, dear God. I should have known better. What now, Shilliam?
Like, take my money, bro. This is fire.
Okay, I can't do this. Moving on. But more importantly, it is the fans flexing directly on the studios. It offers a visual representation of taking control over your own narrative. Fans used a viral meme to strip the franchise of its corporate sanctity. We bypassed traditional copyright gatekeepers entirely in the process. We rebuilt the visual world from our own aesthetic experimentations, and the audience had successfully seized the means of cultural production. We realized we don't need corporate permission to play in this sandbox. Legacy media executives are absolutely terrified of this raw grassroots energy, because you can't manufacture underground culture inside a boardroom. So when Warner Brothers Discovery realized they were losing the culture war, they absolutely panicked. Studios tried to weaponize their $1.3 billion physical set. They paraded internet influencers around the physical studio sets, and they pushed them until the influencers literally cried on camera for PR. It just reeked like a desperate attempt to prove that physical craftsmanship still mattered. But a physical set can't compete with an authentic internet revolution. So the corporate giant resorted to aggressive legal warfare instead. Go figure. Can't win with them? Sue them. Studios hit major AI generation platforms with massive copyright lawsuits.
Warner Brothers just sued Midjourney for generating images of its copyrighted characters.
Legacy studio executives want to maintain a strict monopoly over our shared myths. But a fascinating experiment proved that corporate mandates are entirely useless. Users fed the entire text of the original books into an AI model, but they secretly injected fake spells into the prompt instructions. The AI consistently ignored the fake spells entirely. It immediately rejected the new boardroom safe instructions. It, like us, recognized the magic of the original work. So it defaulted to its earliest training memories just like our brains would. It shows us how human nostalgia functions, honestly, because you can't force a passionate fandom to accept a sterilized corporate reboot. We will always cling stubbornly to the deep roots of our original experiences. The official HBO series tried to forcefully overwrite a sacred legacy, and the internet successfully defended against it. The era of the corporate gatekeeper is completely collapsing. We used to just consume whatever Hollywood handed down to us, but now we are actively seizing the means of cultural production. A massive studio tried to sell us a corporate memory, so the Weirdos and Outcasts built their own sandbox instead. We proved that a story doesn't belong to the copyright holders. It belongs to the people who lived inside it. The kids who hid under the covers of the flashlight late at night, the ones who cosplayed their favorite characters at the events around town, the ones who faked reading comprehension just to survive recess. Listen, AI diffusion models did not just give Dobby a pimped out car. They actually gave us permission to take our childhoods back.
But they'll never take our freedom!
And in the process, author our own magic. The credits rolled, but the feeling stayed. Stay crispy.